Deport all illegals. Deport them. Do you agree? Disagree? No? He wants all the illegals gone. Okay, he's just going to flip you off? That's not nice, dude. Come on.
Super quick question. What will be your immigration policy?
Okay, here you go. He's actually running for Congress, so he's got to...
Deport all illegals. That's
Deport
my
all
immigration
illegals,
policy.
really? So, like, every single illegal person?
Every
just
single
gotta-
illegal person, yes.
All of them?
All of them, every single one. And then maybe deport all illegals, too. No, I'm joking with that one.
Okay, good.
If you're here legally, you get to stay. But if you're here illegally, get out.
Thank you.
What's your position?
Deport all illegals.
Oh, so you think why do you think all illegals should be deported?
Because they don't deserve to be here. They've been, here for way too long, and they have to just go, obviously.
Do you think that's an issue?
Yeah.
What kind of issue do you think it is?
A very political one.
How does it negatively affect you?
It doesn't negatively affect me personally, but...
Well, I actually disagree. It does.
Okay, how does it?
It increases the your cost of living. It decreases the jobs available to you.
Huh.
So those are just two different ways.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It enables criminality.
It enables criminality. Yeah. You see what's happening at the southern border? What was just happening with the cartels out there? You want that over here in the homeland? I don't think anybody wants that.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Yeah. So those are three aspects of it. What else? Why else do you want it? I'm gone. You sound pretty based, yeah. This guy agrees with me. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I know you do. This guy also wants all the illegals deported. Hey,
okay.
I'm more brown than you.
He's brown.
He's pointing at his skin.
Okay.
It's not a race thing. It's got nothing to do with race. It's got to do with the law.
Yeah, the law.
What do you think about the law?
The Constitution, it should be intact. It should be preserved. It gives us the rights to be who we are.
Exactly. It should be respected. You have law and order. You don't just have law.
Yeah.
It's law and order. Without the order aspect of it, all of a sudden you just have something on paper that means absolutely nothing.
Like anarchy.
Anarchy. That's why we should deport all illegals. Get them all out of here. Have ICE come on through and get all the illegals out.
Yeah, I'm glad you bring up the Constitution because a lot of people don't know our history. That before the Constitution was a little thing called the Articles of Confederation.
Yeah, before that. I just learned about that in
That's right.
political
They really
science
don't-
class, yeah.
They kind of gloss over it in school a little bit because it's hard for fourth graders to understand. They just hear about the Constitution, so you got to get a little bit of education. But you know the Articles of Confederation
Yeah.
basically were a failed experiment because they did not give the federal government the powers to do simple things like protect borders or taxation or anything like that. So when people go against ICE, they think they're going against the man. They're really going against what our founders saw was an importance for law and order and a strong federal government that could enforce those laws. They saw that. So when people say I'm against ICE, they're really saying they're saying ICE against the Constitution. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. That's basically what
they're
they're
basically saying. I'm against the Constitution of the United States of America. I would rather have anarchy. I'd rather have it that we didn't have roads, that we didn't have an army that could protect our borders. Yeah, they're basically saying that. They're saying the state should just be able to do whatever they want. If they wanted to sex traffic, if they wanted to legalize sex trafficking, they should be able to do that.
How do you think the illegals should be deported?
Okay, there are two ways I think they can be deported. One, the humane way, by just, going in and maybe asking them nicely to leave, but that's probably not the right way to... It doesn't work, kind of. And then, of course, the inhumane way is to just take them and fucking get them out of here, so, yeah.
Well, that's not inhumane. I mean, if they're both humane, it's just You have the option. If you know you're breaking the law, you have the option of leaving any time, really.
I swear.
And then, there are laws that prevent cooperation between the county and the state. That's why you see it playing out in the public. Just don't resist. Just get out of here. If you're here illegally, just get out. It's that easy.
Exactly.
That's the humane way. Plus, we're giving people money to get out of here. How good is that? People have it so good. They can just literally just get paid to leave. They get their plane ticket. They get money. Over Christmas, they were paying $2,000 for people to just leave. It's crazy. Why not? Why not just take $2,000, go back home, right? Instead of getting deported.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
So, just deport all illegals. Get them out of here.
All right, thank you for your time. If you have any more questions, I'd like to take them now, but if not,
yeah, I got another question.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the stuff playing out in the public, with ICE and stuff?
It's a little out of proportion. I mean, yeah, I'm a One Piece fan. The One Piece flag is everywhere, but like, the thing is with all this is that they need to like really look at themselves in the mirror and realize why they're actually protesting ICE.
Yeah. So why do you think it's playing out in the public like this? Who's to blame? Deport all illegals. You guys agree? That guy agrees, right?
Nah, I don't think any of
Nah, you agree, dude. Really?
What the
That's
heck?
not nice. How's that racist? Following law is racist? How does following the law? Who came here illegally?
Alright, who the fuck?
My ancestors? Do you know my history?
I'll be right back.
I mean, you're assuming. I didn't assume your history. You're the one who assumed my history. If they're here illegally, yes, they're here illegally. That's simple. It's a status.
Columbus killed native indigenous people.
Did he kill them? What's your evidence?
History? Do you have a
History?
History?
So Columbus went around just like shooting people in the head. That's what you're saying? He literally went around shooting people in the head. He raped?
He didn't have guns. I don't think he had
He literally didn't have guns. He had muskets. How long does it take to load up a musket? Do you know?
Let me
It's just like, here, I'm going to shoot you in the head. Give me 3.5 minutes, I'll shoot you in the head right now.
What advancements in the
So you said my ancestors were here. So who are my ancestors? Do you know?
Are you white?
Am I white?
Are you white?
What do you consider white?
European?
Hold on, bro. Can you stop this? I can't concentrate this. What do you consider white? No, he has Gronk speaking over here. What do you consider white?
Spaniard, European.
Okay. You're not of European descent. You're not of Spaniard descent. So you just said you're white. You literally just said you consider Spaniard white, and then you're of Spaniard
I
descent.
said I'm white, but I'm Hispanic, and most.
But you said people of Spaniard descent. You said people of Spaniard descent are white. And then you said that you're of Spaniard descent. So how is that? You said people of my color are getting deported, and yet now you're saying you're white. So white people are getting deported too. So that's not a racist policy. If white people are getting deported too.
Deported too, right? Because you're.
If that's what you want, you're saying you want me deported?
If you want illegals deported.
Yes, I want illegals deported. I want people following the law. I live in a country of laws.
Deported because your ancestors came here illegally.
Who are my ancestors?
Yeah, you don't know
Who are my ancestors? Please tell me who my ancestors are.
People who came onto this country. With
How did my ancestors come to this country?
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, let her finish. How did my ancestors come to this country? Please tell me. Educate me.
On a boat.
On a boat?
No, they didn't.
Wait, no, hold on. So, no, hold on. Did they come on the bottom part of the boat or on the top part of the boat? Very different.
How did Columbus get here?
You got to get on the boat, but do you think my ancestors go all the way back to Columbus?
He got here illegally, right?
So wait.
So the
Wait a minute. No. Okay. So let me educate you for a second, okay? So I was actually.
You educate me if you're saying something.
Because you're saying you're making so many assumptions.
You're saying something that's so. What's the word? It's
Racist? You're saying racist things.
What is it?
No, you're clearly saying racist things. You're being like insanely racist without even knowing.
She doesn't even know.
Without even knowing, you're being insanely
She doesn't
racist.
know.
You're racist.
You're racist.
You're like crazy racist.
No, he's
Can I
not.
ask you something?
Go ahead, ask your
Why
question.
do you guys want to deport all illegals? What is your...
Because this is a country of laws and we should follow the law. And people should, there's a way to come into the country legally. People should just come legally.
Okay, do you think all the people that are being targeted for just being brown, looking brown, you think
No,
that's
has nothing to do with race. You can go on the
No,
on the
it has
DHS
everything to do
website,
with race.
and there are several people that are documented. A lot of people from Thailand, from the Philippines, from Ukraine, from other parts of the world. Has nothing to do with race.
It has everything to do with race.
Prove it.
The people
Prove it.
that are taken
Prove it.
that are U.S. citizens on video.
Cite one specific case.
It's on
Cite
it's a
one
video.
name.
I
one
can't
name.
pull up that
Exactly.
video.
You don't know because you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Yes, you
It's
are.
literally
You're just
a
making
video.
it
It's
up.
on-
This always comes up. People
You can get
have
targeted.
Never,
You can get targeted. You look
I can get
like
targeted?
you're- Yes.
I look how?
Plus, it's
How do I
based on
look?
race. Do you really think that every ICE agent is following every law? A lot of them are not even real ICE agents.
They're not real
There's
ICE
no-
agents, so
there's
they're
no-
employed by the government, but they're not real ICE agents.
How do you know that they're employed by ICE? A lot of the
You're
ICE
telling me
agents
you're
on
telling me
video-
that there's just fake militias going around grabbing people, and what are they doing with them?
Yeah. I'm saying yes because you can't even they don't
Show
even
me
have-
evidence
a
of
lot,
this.
There's a lot of videos where they
Where's
go
your
to the
evidence of
actions.
this?
There's a lot of videos online. Look
Show
it
me,
up.
cite one case.
You don't know
You
it
can look
because
it
you
up.
don't
Look it up
up.
yourself if you want. Just look it up right now. Cite one case. I'll give you time. I'll give you a couple minutes if you want.
Stuff you guys are just saying is just racist. It's just
What?
crazy.
Following the law is crazy?
No,
How is that
it's not.
crazy?
It's a civil offense. It's not.
It's
you're
not a
being
civil
treated like
offense.
criminals.
Crossing the border illegally is a misdemeanor. Overstaying a visa is a civil offense.
No.
But it's also subject to deportation. I know
You
what I'm
really
talking
think
about.
that people aren't being targeted because of the color of their skin? You
Nobody's
are
being
wrong.
targeted for the color of their
People are
skin.
100% being targeted. for
Nobody's
the
being
color of their
targeted.
skin. So
Cite
it's
one
racist.
source.
There's a
Again,
ton
one
of
case.
videos.
I'll give you time to go and cite the case if you want.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to point out your whole thing about racism. The problem is that it seems like a certain ethnic community might be unfairly targeted
Yeah,
by
that's
ICE.
exactly what's happening.
Right. So you're saying it's based on racism. What I'm saying is it's not based on racism. It's based on the fact that there is a certain ethnic community that thinks they have a right to violate the law. They have a cultural belief where they think so. Like Canadians don't cross the border like you're talking about. Okay. Like Australians, they don't like to come across it. Even Indians, they don't really come here. You know what they do? They get the H-1B visas. They work at those H-1B visas all day long. But there is a certain ethnic group, which I know because I'm a part of it, and I hear within my community people justifying and rationalizing why they do not have to follow the immigration laws. And to me, it's kind of shameful because these are my people.
So what race are you? What's,
Oh, why don't you take a guess? You guys couldn't guess his race. Now go ahead and guess mine because you guys are race experts.
I don't know his race. I don't know what his race is. But saying that you.
So
could-
you know, somebody could be picked up. Like I look at you, and you could be Latino. You could also be. You look maybe Arab.
Could be Yugoslavian.
You could be Yugoslavian. You could be a lot of different things.
Okay,
Until I actually
so
ask
what
you,
I'm
I don't
saying is
know.
that ICE agents can just target you
They don't.
for
They
that
don't target.
reason.
They don't
can
target
literally
people.
just target you for that
They don't
reason.
target
They
people.
do
They
target
literally
people.
look at people who have violated the immigration laws.
You're saying
and they
that
go and
our
they pick
race,
those people up.
Hispanics,
They do
have
not.
been
They do
taught
not.
to just
When
have been taught to just illegally cross. I have never grown up in that. Never.
Have you ever been personally targeted by ICE or the immigration? Have you ever
No.
been picked up?
No, I haven't.
So what personal experience?
But they're
do you
in
have?
my community for sure.
They what?
They're in my community.
They're in your community because they're the high preponderance of people who violate the laws hide in your community. It's kind of like the FBI comes into, say, New York, right, into the Italian American community to bust up the mafia. Is it because the mafia?
Do you think
is like-
ICE agents can have racial bias towards people? Do you really think that
They can have it personally, but just like these laws. Oh, okay, all right, we'll turn it.
They absolutely 100% can have a racial bias against people, okay? So they're targeting
Okay,
brown
all right.
people.
Okay, all right. Okay, it's all right. Okay. You're welcome to be out here. Okay, awesome. Thank you much.
Thank you. I was going to say I'm a faculty in counseling, and you're disturbing our counseling sessions and disturbing our students' learning conditions. So I know you have the right to speak in this free speech area, but I have the right to do my job and to serve my community.
Oh yeah, that's
Thank
fine. Okay. Well, thanks for letting us know. Thank you.
Hopefully you don't lose amplification in your office.
Oh,
What was that? What was that?
That's disrespectful.
You
to
said
college
grown-ass
students.
man debating with college students? Are you saying college students are dumb?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Is that what you just said?
That's what he just said.
You literally just said that.
It's like debating children.
That is actually crazy that you would undermine yourself and all your friends like that. Go ahead, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice cat, bro.
Oh, thanks, brother.
All right, so just ask questions because I'd rather just answer them because I don't know
Yeah.
what to ask.
So, okay, so what's your stance?
My stance on deporting
Deport
all
all
illegals?
illegals, yeah.
What do we consider illegal? Like
Somebody who's here illegally, who is not authorized to be in the country, didn't seek out a visa or a green card,
so any race, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Canadians?
I mean,
I'm just asking
if they're,
questions. I'm not very
here,
aware.
if they're here illegally, get them out.
Get them out. What about Puerto Ricans?
Puerto Ricans
Yeah.
have a U.S. passport, so they
Have a
don't
US
have to
passport?
be. Yeah.
But aren't they
They-
still getting deported though?
Name one case.
Well, I can't name you a case, but
So you're
you know
just
that-
making
wait,
stuff up?
wait.
You're
How
just
do you
making
feel
stuff
about Bad
up?
Bunny?
How do I feel about Bad Bunny?
Yeah,
I
about
mean,
the halftime show.
it sucked
Why?
because it just sucked.
You didn't like the songs? Titi me preguntó si tengo mucho. You didn't
You're,
like
big,
any
you're a
of them?
big Bad Bunny fan? Is that what you're trying to tell us? He just, yeah.
I speak Spanish fluently, and I don't like him because I just can't understand him. It's just not my
You-
type of
you
music.
can't understand it?
No, no, no.
Wait, where are you from?
He slurs too much. Me, soy de Honduras. I just crossed yesterday.
Oh, Honduras. I have an Honduran friend. Nice.
They
'cause the
told
mic
us to,
disconnected.
they told us to bring the mics down. You guys can come closer. We don't bite. I promise.
Wait, when y'all come here? Like when y'all set everything up? Yeah.
Well, we've been here for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. But so how do you? Okay, did you know what happened in Bell? Like
What
in like LA, that whole ice thing.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
I was literally
In
there.
Bell, in Atlantic, and
I was literally in downtown LA when they were.
or not downtown LA. I meant like more southern, the city of Bell.
What happened in the city of Bell?
What's it called? I think. Let me remember. An ICE agent hit another person's car, and then that whole shit started, and like in the middle of where the Atlantic and I forgot the street, but you know it was very scary because I was around there. What? Florence, Atlantic and Florence, yeah.
Okay.
And that whole thing, you know, they got I think like 4 people. They got like a few people. One guy because he just wanted to get his insurance because the ICE agent hit him, and they had arrested him.
Okay.
Which kind of seemed, you know, a little targeted.
So what's your point?
Well, my point is, you know, deport all illegals, but you guys are just arresting and deporting for no reason, you know?
How do you know?
How do I know? I
Yeah.
mean, it's on the news, New York Times, you know, LA Times.
Again,
a lot of news.
you're making statements, and
Without proving-
you're citing sources, and there's no correlation.
There's no correlation.
You cited an anecdotal example of you being on the street and witnessing something.
Yeah.
And I'm just taking you at your word. You
I
don't
mean, you can
know.
look
You
it
don't know
up
what kind
too.
of warrants they had. No, I'm
There was no
scrutinizing
warrant.
it because
There was
you.
nothing.
No, you presented evidence. So the
You
burden
can
of
see a
proof.
video about it.
The burden of proof is on you.
Yeah.
That's how it works. If you
Okay.
bring in any sort of fact, the burden of proof is on you.
Yeah.
So if you only know a partial story, you don't know if they had a warrant. Did you ask them if they had a warrant?
I'm not no ICE agent. I know police officer.
So you wouldn't do your civic duty if you're concerned? You wouldn't ask them about if they have a warrant or not? If you're that concerned, that's one of the things you would ask.
Are you an ICE agent?
I'm
Or-
not. No.
So then why are
But
we
they're
arguing
paying good
about
money.
asking for a
They're
warrant?
paying good money. Look, 90% of the jobs you guys are going up for are going to be eliminated. It's all going to be handyman
You
jobs,
guys.
plumber jobs, and
What do
ice
you mean by
agents.
you guys?
So, I'm just saying everything. I'm also up for that. My job's getting eliminated. Everybody's getting eliminated. I'm just saying
Everybody,
you
yeah.
guys, because you guys are students. You
Yeah.
guys are going to school. You're learning
Yeah.
a skill, and you know
Yeah.
there's a big likelihood that your job will be eliminated. Anthropic did a study that 75% of jobs are going to get eliminated in the next 5 years.
And
So-
what job did you get eliminated from? What was your job?
What's that? I own my own business.
Your
So
own business? What
Yeah.
is it?
None of your business.
Oh, that's a bar. Unfortunately, that's a bar. I have to give it to you.
You want to dox me?
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
We're just betting you.
So what else?
Let me
Why do you think illegals should be allowed to stay? You believe in open borders?
Open borders? Explain real quick, because I'm not
Just
very
no borders, no
There's
border
no borders?
enforcement,
Oh.
no borders. Just let everybody in, do whatever they want.
I mean,
I just see you have a Bible right there.
Yeah.
And Proverbs 2:30 reads, "Do not accuse anyone for no reason when they have done no harm."
Okay.
And I just,
In Leviticus, it also says treat the foreigner well. It also says later on, Paul and Jesus say that you should follow the law of the land. The law of the land is that there's a way to come into the country. And in fact, we're the most generous country in the world when it comes to legal immigration. We're the only country in the world that takes over 1 million legal immigrants every year. No other country gets even close, not even a third of how many people we take every year. So there's a legal process. The point is just follow the law.
okay, but you understand how sometimes the law can
hey, Israel.
become.
Red, blue, it's a big club. You know it.
You're pro-Israel?
Yeah, taxpayer money, the war's going on. It's all going to Israel.
Are you pro-Israel?
No, what, you talking anti?
Me neither.
Come on, man.
I'm not pro-Israel.
Hey guys, let's keep this organized. You were talking.
I'm absolutely not pro. You think I'm pro-war? I don't want that war.
Yeah.
It's not like game right now, it's theater.
This is theater?
Yeah, it's not theater.
Oh, you're the one screaming on the corner.
So you said open borders, right? Something about-
I don't like open borders. You like open borders?
like the whole Mexican border, right? That's what you're talking about? That's the only border you're talking
No,
about?
Canadian
Canadian border too?
There are a lot of people coming in. There are a lot of people taking boats up and just dropping people off.
Coming in illegally or legally?
Illegally.
Illegally.
I'm saying anybody coming in illegally should not be allowed to come in illegally. It's the issue is illegality.
Yeah.
Follow the law.
Follow
There's a
the
way
law,
to come
right?
in. Yeah.
We follow the law, right? You follow the law?
Yeah.
Most of the time? You don't jaywalk?
Do you jaywalk? Are you
I'm not
inferring an
criminalizing
assumption
myself.
onto me? Do I jaywalk?
Yeah, do you?
Do you have me on video jaywalking? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, I'd be in jail right now.
Two different kinds of crimes. Do you understand?
Yeah, one.
Do you understand what a false equivalence is?
No, but it's still a crime, right?
No. It's still a crime? Is it really a crime? You know that LA County is no longer even prosecuting or arresting anybody for jaywalking?
Where's the proof?
So you're talking about something that's I mean, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
This policy was started 2 years ago. I know.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now.
Whoa.
I actually have data to back up what I say. I don't come up here and just say stuff. It's a false equivalence. Two different sets of violations. One is a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? Crossing the border illegally is a misdemeanor. Overstaying a visa is a civil offense, but also subject to deportation. Crossing a street when without a crosswalk, you think that's equivalent to crossing the border illegally? You're saying it's equivalent? What makes it equivalent?
Right without the permission.
You're saying
crossing
it's
without
equivalent.
permission.
You're saying it's equivalent.
Equivalent's a strong word. I wouldn't say equivalent.
It's not a strong word. It's just a word. I'm
Great.
describing what you're saying. You're saying jaywalking and crossing the border illegally. Are you tired? You want to go to bed?
Yeah.
You doing all right?
Long
Okay, so
day,
go to
yeah.
bed, buddy.
No,
Nobody's
one more
holding you
question.
up
One
here.
more question.
Do you think illegal immigration is a victimless crime? Do you think nobody gets hurt by it?
Of course people get hurt. What are you talking about?
Who gets hurt the most?
Them?
So are you anti-illegal immigrant by encouraging an illegal process that actually exploits the illegal immigrants that you're pretending to care about?
Wait, ask it again. I couldn't hear you.
Are you anti-illegal immigrant because you're encouraging an illegal process that actually exploits the immigrants that you're pretending to care about?
Oh, no, I'm not
Who
deport.
exploits
I'm
them?
not pro.
Who exploits them?
Who exploits them?
Yes.
I'm not very aware.
Everybody, right? The
Everybody.
cartels. How much are they paying the cartels?
Well, you said you're Honduran, right? Shouldn't you be deported? Or were you born here?
Well, I mean, the fact that you're assuming that I'm illegal just because I'm brown is kind of crazy and racist. Now you see what
Do
the
you
problem
think I'm
is.
illegal? Am
I know.
illegal?
I never made the assumption. You made the assumption
No,
about
no,
me.
no, I'm just
So
saying.
this is the
I'm
problem,
just
right?
asking.
You're
It's just a
encouraging
question.
these negative stereotypes
It's
against
just
our
a
own people. You're
question.
the problem. No,
Yeah.
it's a racist question.
It's a racist
because
question.
why would you assume that I'm illegal? Because I'm brown. Because
You're not even
of
brown, you're white.
you know I'm not white passing. So that's a really
Maybe it's just the shade. I don't know. I'm not very aware.
It doesn't matter. That's the point, right? The color of my skin isn't relevant, but where I'm from, now you think that I should be,
So
be
it's
deported
irrelevant,
because
but
you're
we're making
assuming-
this a whole deal.
Yeah.
Taco Bell? Yo
But the
quiero
point
Taco
is,
Bell.
the point is, who's exploiting them? And
Everyone, yeah.
Everybody is, right? So why would you encourage illegal immigration? Why do you defend illegal immigration? It hurts the immigrants the most, but you can't widen your mind to think like, hey, we shouldn't be encouraging this process because it isn't even helping the people that I'm pretending to care about, right?
So I think, you shouldn't really deport anybody for,
Well, no,
you obviously have
okay,
the
so
criminals,
do you think
all
immigration
that.
is a race issue?
What happened?
Do you think the immigration issue is a race issue?
A race issue?
Yes.
Maybe.
So then why does Mexico have their own immigration policies? Actually, Mexico, if you cross in illegally, it's 2 years in jail.
Because Honduras doesn't either. Huh?
Honduras, Do you want to live in Honduras?
Hell no.
Why? Because it's dangerous? Because they don't have borders?
Oh,
because
no.
all the criminals from El Salvador left to Honduras and they're causing terror because they
Nah,
don't have
because
a
Honduras isn't
border.
it, that's why.
But that's not the point. You're running away from the actual question. If it's a race issue, then why is Mexico allowed to have an immigration policy that is 10 times worse than ours? If you've ever spoken to any of those immigrants,
How is
they'll
it
tell
10
you
times worse?
themselves- Huh?
How is
They'll
it 10
tell you
times worse?
themselves that it's worse to be caught in Mexico than it is to be caught in America because they don't believe in human rights.
Oh, they don't.
Oh, they don't? Okay, perfect. Now we've come to an agreement. But do you think that, oh my God.
Did it break?
So how is it a race issue then? If Mexico's allowed to have an immigration system, but we're not.
Ask it again?
How is immigration, do you want to go?
No, you can go.
How is immigration a race issue if Mexico's allowed to have an immigration system, but we're not? Why are they allowed to have borders, but we're not? Because it's
I'm not
about
fully
race,
conscious of that.
right? Huh?
I'm not fully conscious of the laws in over there. I've been there, but, don't know the countries.
No, I don't want to interrupt your conversation here, but I work in a factory from 1 a.m. to 12:30.
Would you like to come up and speak?
You want to just come up and
Yeah,
talk?
he's not.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. What's your name?
No, we can't bring it up. Oh,
Ricardo.
Dennis.
Yeah, gotcha.
Araceli.
Oh, there you go. All right.
You gotta come close so you can hear. You can hear.
All right.
Hey, can you hold this one?
Oh, here.
No,
have
no.
Amelia hold it.
Here. No, I was talking to Ben, but he wasn't listening.
So, Araceli and
Dennis.
Bennett.
It's on your
Dennis.
face.
Dennis.
Yeah, and Richard.
Nice to
But
meet
yeah, I'm not here to argue,
It's a friendly debate.
Yeah,
it's
friendly.
It's an open conversation.
I'm glad people, are out here, But I want to say, from 1 a.m. to 12:30, I work with immigrants. When I say immigrants, I say it proud, because I don't say it's entitled, but I'm the one that was packaging your vegetables while you guys were all asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're like 50, 60-year-olds, male and female, breaking backs. And yeah, what I'm saying is that with immigration, war, it all goes back to the files.
So what?
It all goes back to the files. I apologize for my stuttering here, but that all you got to do is getting played. You might not disagree with me.
But maybe you are too, you just don't realize it. So you said you work from 12 a.m. to 1 p.m.?
1 a.m. to 12:30. 1 a.m. in the
How
morning.
many hours is that?
Huh?
How many hours is that?
Right on top of my head, I can't count, but I would work without overtime pay. I would work.
Exactly.
No,
so you're feeding into this lie and you're encouraging the illegal immigration process that is exploiting you and it's exploiting others. But you've been lied to and you've been told to accept this, that this is a normal reality for people and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I've been lied to, like you guys. Like Charlie Kirk, hey.
How am I? I'm just
Kirk-
trying to get.
No,
I'm just
wait.
trying to get you to understand. You're encouraging the same system that is exploiting you and exploiting others. Would you be able to get Americans to work people with citizenship? Would they work those same hours without overtime pay? No, they wouldn't. So what you're doing by encouraging illegal immigration and by protecting illegal immigration is continuing to exploit the people like yourself and others that are 50, 60 years old. It's not fair, is it?
Look,
Is it fair?
is it fair or not fair? But look,
it's
we're all
not
getting
fair.
played. That's what I'm saying.
But you're
Look,
getting played and you're
no,
defending that.
look, you guys out here pull a crowd, make a big scene. Hey, look, it all comes about money, right?
Is
You guys
it?
out here. Yeah, is it? Yes.
No, I'm asking you, is it? You believe it's just about money?
Yeah, it's money. You follow the money. Who is paying these politicians?
APAC.
Yeah, APAC. And who's by APAC? Israel.
Yeah.
Israel, right? So what? You got the Israel, Epstein files.
What does Israel have to do with with following the law when you come to this country?
They want us to fight like animals.
They want us to fight like animals?
Yeah.
That has look.
Like imagine put a jar of ants, red.
I
and
understand.
black.
I understand the criticism, but it's not a racial issue. Immigration is not a racial issue. Not at all. You just go. You go in the DHS website. You'll see people from Ukraine, Filipinos, people from Thailand. So to make it a racial issue is just a red herring. It's not a racial issue. It's just about following the law when you come to the country. That's all it comes down to.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you loud and clear there, but it's all just a theater. Come on. I mean,
What's the theater?
You may never agree with me, but come on, look.
What's the theater?
You got all these college students are like, yeah, I see
Yeah.
how hyped up here.
Have a conversation.
Yeah, have a conversation.
Yeah, because
No
these
violence.
conversations, as you saw a moment ago, the teachers, the environment, a lot of these educational institutions that we go to, they don't want to have conversations that show a different perspective, right? They only want this left-leaning sort of ideology pushed on you guys, right? That's all they want. They don't want the opposite point of view, and that's why we go to college campuses.
That's good. Oh yeah, freedom of speech.
How am I any different?
Look.
How often are you able to talk the way that I'm talking in class?
Oh look, there you go.
Exactly.
A good speaker.
Boom.
Here.
There you go.
But look,
just made my point.
You know APAC pretty well.
Do I know APAC pretty well? I do not. No, I'm familiar.
No, you know APAC. You just mentioned it.
Yeah.
So if you
I know what they
APAC,
do.
These politicians like Trump, then why don't you die for your country over there in Israel? I mean,
no. Hell no. I don't want that war. I'm absolutely against that war.
100% sure.
I'm 100% against that war. Yes, our country is compromised by its involvement and the money coming from Israel. 100%. Register APAC under FARA and cut all funding coming from Israel, influencing our congressmen and our senators and our president.
So let me get this straight. So you agree with Thomas Madison with his policies?
I don't agree with anybody 100% on that. I'm not exactly sure what his positions are. What I do know is that I want America placed first. That's it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, and Lindsey Graham said, you know what? Trump is on my side. We're going to make Cuba again great.
Well, Lindsey Graham's a faggot. I don't care about him.
Hey,
so,
if you're in the club, like, come on.
I'm in what club? That means that
club.
because I'm a Republican, all of a sudden, every single person in the Republican Party is on my side.
I'll turn the opposite here. Red or black, gay
if you
or whatever.
If you have to appeal to ad hominems, that means that you don't have an argument. You're welcome to come up in a minute if you want to talk.
I'm about to leave right now, but come on, it's good to have debates and all, I respect that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, these college students don't know what they're talking about when they come.
Wait, so are you saying you don't know what you're talking about? Don't undermine them. They're free to have their thoughts and their opinions.
They're free, I know what I'm talking about. I follow Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
I agree with some stuff,
Yeah.
Too. It's good to have open-minded. Tolerance, Oh, I told you to get it fucked off. We're a switch right there. But hey.
Well, I appreciate you coming up.
Yeah,
it takes courage. A lot of people just stay chirping like that guy on the side.
Yeah, nobody has to die for Iran,
No, nobody's going to die for Israel. Nobody should die for Israel. I agree with you 100% on that, and I appreciate the work that you do. I know you think it goes unseen, that you work overnight and you do this, but trust me, people appreciate it. And you contribute a lot to the country, and people appreciate that. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. We just want to follow the law. That's all it comes down to.
Better place for immigrants too, right? Because because of this whole situation, you shouldn't be okay with being exploited. I'm not going to support a situation where people are exploited. What people want to create is a second class citizens that they can exploit and they can feel better at, and that's what they're doing with illegal immigrants. So it doesn't come from a negative place, but there is a reality that we are exploiting people in America.
Yeah, and that's the point. The more we go to war, the more people are coming over here. Is that true? Come on, we got to agree with that. Whatever, but there you go.
All right. Well, thank you, Ricardo. Ricardo, right?
Well, you got my name right.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, brother. You want to come up?
You wanted to go up? Yeah. Sorry, brother. I'll be quick.
What's up?
What's up? How you doing?
Why this sign? Why deport all immigrants?
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Well, who does all the hard jobs that no one else wants to do?
So you want to keep exploiting people?
Yeah, I mean, what you're advocating for is a system of exploitation that only benefits people that are employing them. Because let me just break it down. Hold on.
He's wearing it on his hat.
Hold on. Let me. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What are the sanctuaries? What are the sanctuary states? They're all blue states. They're all Democrat states. All the sanctuary states. And what's the system of exploitation we're talking about? We're talking about a class of people who are not citizens, don't have equal protection under the Constitution, don't have equal protection under Labor Act. They don't get unemployment. They don't get access to Social Security, Medicare. Somebody stays in the country working 20 years illegally. They can't even retire.
Oh, wow.
That's a travesty. Why can't those businesses legalize those folks? Why can't they just put them on the books?
Why can't they? Why can't they?
Because they're trying to save a buck.
coming here illegally.
Yeah.
If you come here illegally, you're cutting the line.
When
You're
people come
hold
here
up, hold up.
illegally,
You're not the. Let
shut
me.
up.
No,
When
now
people
you're not
come
going to
here
talk.
illegally-
You don't love
It's a
people.
process. I
You're
don't care.
cutting
I
in
don't care if this
line.
makes me look
Right?
bad.
That's the problem.
I don't care.
So you're
I don't
so
care.
entitled that you think that the person that's coming here illegally gets to cut in front of everybody who's been waiting for years.
I don't think
that's
that. I don't
entitlement,
think
but that's
that,
how
because
that
that is
works,
not the
right?
case at all.
That's how. No, that's exactly how
That
that
is
works.
not the case
Our
at all.
system is impacted, and when people come here illegally, they're impacting it more. Now the immigrants who've been waiting their time and did it legally have to wait even longer because somebody else felt more important, felt like they can cut in front of them, and now it's
No one
taking
feels like
longer.
they're cutting in front of
But
each
no,
other.
it's not feeling. It's how our
Okay?
system works legally, right? So you're not more. Oh, it's bullshit because you're not right. Because somebody actually. Oh, it's more. No, it's recording. Yeah, it is on.
It's recording.
It's
just
recording.
they made
Hello,
us
hello,
turn it
hello.
down. They made us
Hello.
turn down the speaker. That's all.
Oh, these
You know why
guys
they
are
made us
fucking
turn it
racist.
down? Because they have rules and the police came in.
Because the
It was
First
almost
Amendment
like
exists.
ICE. It was almost like
And
enforcing.
No,
you
that's
guys
what-
can't be interrupting.
It was almost like-
You guys really can't be interrupting.
We're not.
Oh, you mean that
We're not complaining.
We were stepping across a boundary.
We're not complaining. They told us, hey, lower the volume. We lowered it down. So we're complying to we're complying to the standards that they're holding us to.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how the First Amendment works. You just have to follow the law as well and respect other people.
Of course, yeah. But honestly, I don't have respect for you guys.
I don't have respect
And
for you either, so it works both ways.
It works both ways, yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
that's cool. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, of course. Okay, let's keep going. I'm waiting for you guys'
What?
to keep going.
What was it that you were
You
saying?
saying that
That
I-
you feel like illegal immigrants are entitled enough to cut in line and be processed
I did not
faster.
say that actually.
Look, but
I said quite the
that's what you're
opposite.
saying.
I said that they are not prioritized.
We shouldn't be
this country.
prioritize people who are breaking the law.
You know who
Why
are
should we prioritize
prioritized?
people breaking the law?
Billionaires.
No. Why should we prioritize people breaking the law? I don't want you to
That
change the
exploit
subject.
them the most. Is the 1% that exploits
So
the
we
billionaires
can,
the
you
most.
know how you don't get
Who,
exploited? If you come legally, you have a visa to work, you're not going to get exploited. But if you come illegally and you try to jump ahead of the line, you're putting yourself in a position
how do you
where you're being
expect those
exploited
people
by
to get
everyone
that in
along
the
the lines.
time?
How much are they
How
paying?
do you
How much are they
expect those
paying?
people?
How much are they
That
paying
is a
cartels?
question that you guys
How
dodge
much
the
are they paying
most.
cartels?
How do you expect
How much
those
are they paying
people-
cartels? How much are they paying cartels
cartels?
to be trafficked illegally?
You know, I don't know that. You tell me.
$11,000 to $15,000, even more. And you can ask anybody because I actually talk to these illegal immigrants. I care
you're
about what
talking
they've
about
gone through.
$15,000. How much was sent to
$15,000. It's not. Don't change the subject. I told you
I'm
not to
changing
change the subject.
I'm just,
because
I'm not
I
changing the
don't
subject.
agree with.
I'm just saying
I
that
don't
our
agree
money
with
goes
foreign
somewhere
aid.
else. You can't
I
keep
don't
blaming
agree with
these issues
foreign
on
aid.
immigrants.
I don't agree with
because this
foreign aid.
country
I don't
was
agree
built
with
on the
foreign
backs
aid.
of immigrants.
And you're encouraging the country to be
I
built
am
on the
not encouraging.
exploitation of immigrants because you're
I'm just saying,
acknowledging
they're
that
treated
they're
bad already.
continuing to
Why
be
deport
exploited.
them?
Because they should. One, because if you continue to have them here illegally, they're going to be continued to be exploited. Second, they didn't come here legally. They still broke
Then
the
why
law.
not
We
make the
shouldn't
process
be.
easier?
We shouldn't be
Isn't this
protecting
the
them.
land of the
We
free?
can't- Yeah,
Is this not the
we
land
can't
of the
do
free?
that.
Yes or no?
You can't have you can't have reform until there's order at the border. So for starters, if we have reform without securing our border, you're going to encourage more destabilization. Not just that. Why are you taking good labor from other countries?
Am I taking good labor from other countries? Because they choose to come here. Okay? They choose to come here for
So
a
it's
better
not
life.
because
it's not good in Mexico. I'm Mexican myself, and I am ashamed of all the cartels and all of the horrid things that are going on in the country that I get to call the motherland. You know?
So Mexico's your motherland. Okay, so here's my question: should America have borders?
Yeah.
So how do you define what the country is?
How do I define what the country
Yeah,
is?
without borders, how do you
tell
have a
me.
country?
You have all of these American
No,
flags.
you're the one advocating for a borderless country.
Am I really?
Yeah, you said you're okay with having no borders. That's a borderless country.
Did I say that, yo?
Okay, so you believe in borders.
Did I say
No, okay, you don't have to appeal to the audience. I'm telling you, so you believe in borders. You believe we should have borders.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
So what's the function of borders if you're not going to enforce them?
I never said that we shouldn't enforce borders.
Oh, so you believe in ICE?
I don't.
You're advocating for ICE right now because
I
that's what
don't.
ICE does.
I don't like ICE being out on the
So
street
you're also
and
against illegal
terrorizing the
immigration.
people.
So you're also against illegal immigration. If you're pro-border, then you're against illegal immigration and you're pro-ICE. Okay, wait your
Exactly.
turn. So go ahead.
No, she just said she just.
No, if she can come up to the mic. Do you want to swap with her? Is that what you want to do?
I'm good.
Okay.
Do you want to talk?
I'm not going to argue with 20 different people. You're up here at the mic. She can come up in a
There's not
second.
20 different people. That is one person. Who
That's
chose to
fine.
speak
I'm
out.
just
And you have
keep
your
order.
little sidekick
Go
right
ahead.
here.
So you believe in borders.
Yeah, I believe in
Okay,
borders.
so you're pro-ICE and
Not
you're against
pro-ICE.
illegal immigration.
You're
Okay,
using the slippery
so what do you
slope.
have against ICE?
What do I have against ICE? What don't I have against ICE?
Okay, so
Actually,
how are you
what don't I have
supposed to
against
how are
ICE?
you supposed to enforce
Okay,
your borders
they
without
attack innocent people
Innocent people?
Yes.
How do you know they're
Attacking
innocent?
and
What are
without
they
due
innocent
process,
of?
With papers, who are actually here legally based on the color of their skin. And I know you want to use the argument that Ukrainians were also deported and that Canadians as well. Whatever you want to say. Who is the majority? In 2016, during Trump's campaign, who was targeted the most? Who did he say were rapists, drug dealers, and all kinds of terrible things? Who?
Okay, so hold on. Cite a single
You're
source.
using the specifics.
Cite.
He said
Hold on 1
Latinos.
second.
He said Latinos.
Hold on.
He said Latinos.
1 second.
And he generalized
1 second.
Latinos.
Cite a single source to back up everything you just said.
It's on camera. He said it.
It's on camera.
It's on camera. He said it.
You
Look it up.
you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking
Statistically,
about.
you don't know what you're talking about.
Statistically?
Statistically, cite
What
one
do
piece of data.
statistics have
I'm
to
just
do with
asking for
his
one
statements?
piece of data. I'm just asking for one
What
piece of
do
data.
statistics have to do with the statements that he made during his campaign?
Literally, so I disavow him saying that. It's got nothing to do with it. What's actual government policy?
But
What's
what I'm
actually
saying
being enforced?
is that these ICE raids are backed by racism.
Prove it. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Prove it.
Prove it. Yes, you
Prove
can't
it.
just make a
Look
statement.
out on the
and-
streets.
Look out on the
wherever
streets.
ICE is at.
Oh, I
They
see.
are
I don't see
grabbing
ice
random
here.
people.
I don't see ice here.
You
So
don't see ice
your
here.
point
How
has just been
convenient for
disproven.
you.
If this is a standard by which you want to prove your point, it has just been disproven because ICE is
It
not
has
here.
just
It's
been
not deporting people. Okay, great. Wait your turn. We'll talk about that in a second. Go ahead. People, you can't. You're just heckling. You want me to
I was
talk to
heckling
like
too,
20
it's
different
okay.
people? I can only talk to one person at a time. You want to swap it out? You want to come up? Somebody else want to come up?
Who has the largest percentage?
You want to come up? You want to come talk? Come talk over here.
Who has the largest percentage?
Go ahead. You want to mention what she just said?
Who are the most targeted illegal immigrants?
Are they targeted or is it because
They're
we're
targeted.
limiting the
Yes,
population of
they are
illegal
targeted.
What's your evidence? I'm
Latinos
just.
are targeted by ICE.
All I'm asking for is one sliver of evidence
One slither of
to back what your claim
It's
is.
right in front of your eyes. If you do
Right in front. Right in
Look
front of
at
me.
your
I don't see
screen.
ICE deporting black and brown people. In fact, I see several black and brown people right in front of me. Go ahead. Where's your evidence?
Where's my evidence? They're out in the
They're
streets.
out. I don't see them.
They're
Cite
out.
evidence.
They're out. Look
Your
out in the
evidence
streets.
has
You're choosing-
failed. Your evidence
you're
has
choosing
failed
to plead
prove
ignorance.
to be true. I'm not
You are
choosing to be
choosing
ignorant.
to plead
I have
ignorance.
I've cited literal data numerous
Okay,
times.
okay.
You have cited nothing. You said,
Okay,
trust me,
June.
bro. I'm going to make a claim, an incendiary
The
claim,
whole month of
false
June,
claim.
The whole month of June,
Uh-huh.
the entire country was protesting against ICE.
No,
now, why
that's
would
absolutely
they do that?
false. The entire country?
Now, why would
the
they do that?
entire country.
Yes.
You're saying 330 million Americans were out protesting.
I didn't say every single individual.
Wow.
Every
That's
single state
literally
was
what
a
you just said.
protest.
You are
I'm not
thoroughly
saying that every
dishonest.
single
You
American
say
were
something, and then when
protesting.
you're held to account, you can't even back up your statements. You're immediately backing up. That's how dishonest you are. Why should anybody believe anything
Because
you ever have to
you
say?
are taking one thing that I say and turning it into
No,
a
I'm
completely
holding
different
you
thing.
to account. I'm literally,
holding
you're
me to
making
account?
statements, and you're just making blatant false statements, and I'm holding you to account.
That is honestly a very stupid assumption to make.
It's
that
not.
You
It's
think
on camera.
that I
People can
said
see it, and
that
they can
every
cast their
single
judgment on it.
American on this country was protesting.
You
I never
literally
said
said that. You said the
whole
entire country, and I
said-
had you repeat it, and you repeated it with full
whole
confidence.
country?
And then when I said
Okay.
330
As
million,
in
all of a sudden you're
every single
backpedaling.
state in the country.
Every single state.
Yes.
Every single state.
Yes.
Alaska was protesting.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alaska. Oh, I guess not. So it's not every single. Hawaii was protesting.
Hawaii, yeah.
Yeah,
Even
really? They were
places that
protesting.
weren't. Even places that weren't in America.
Jesus. Even places that
protesting.
weren't in America. What? Like a bunch of woke people in Germany? What are you talking about? Who cares about other places than
Who cares
America?
about them? Who cares about other places?
Well, go live in Germany then. If you care that much about Germans.
I never said I love Germany.
You're saying who
You
cares
put
about
the
them?
German. You said German. I never said anything about
I'm
German.
citing a place.
I never said anything about
Okay,
Germans.
all right. So tell me, why should America be a borderless country?
I didn't say that it should be a borderless country.
Okay, so you believe in ICE and in
I do not
deporting
believe in
all
ICE.
illegals. Thank you.
Guys, how much
Next,
is he twisting
here let's
my words?
let's swap it out because we're stuck.
No.
I appreciate you.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go? All right.
Let's swap it out.
I've honestly just been having.
Let me move the mic for you.
This guy. Thank you. This guy turned one thing into a completely different.
Yeah, you want to? We work with ADA regulations.
Cool.
Thank you.
There you
What's
go.
your name, brother?
Ivan.
Dennis, pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. You too.
Araceli,
Nice to meet you. So, you guys are saying that all immigrants, all illegal people should be deported. I want to know why you all believe that they should be deported, so that way I can,
Because
No.
they shouldn't be here illegally too. Until we increase our immigration policies and prevent people from coming in illegally, they're going to be coming in from we're encouraging them to come in from other countries. Not directly, but it's an indirect encouragement. Now, we're not the only country that gets disgruntled by illegal immigration, right? Mexico, if you look at Mexico, they're destabilized every time they have caravans walking through their country. So are other countries. So it's the entitlement of feeling like you have the right to destabilize other countries when you shouldn't be there in the first place, and we do have a legal process. And the other
Can I interrupt you? Sorry,
Yeah,
right there.
go ahead.
Okay, so you guys talk about the legal process and how they should come here the legal way, but for some countries, for example, Mexico, it takes years to even get through that process. It takes over 20 years, whether it be the legal way. For example,
Why does it
a
take so
sibling
long?
to petition for another sibling.
Why does it take so long?
I'm sorry?
Why does it take so long?
Because
The system
to
is
my-
impacted,
the-
right?
yeah,
So
to
do
my
you think
knowledge,
it
the
helps
system-
when people come here illegally and try and get in front of the people who've been waiting for years? I agree that we do need reform. Believe me, that is an argument that I will die on the hill, that we need to reform our immigration system. Sure, that does not come with encouraging illegal immigration at all.
Now, another thing that I want to point out is the fact that not everyone comes here illegally by choice. They are brought into this country.
Are you talking about children? I have a different standard for children, but there's also a different process for children in this country. So when they're coming here and they don't have parents, there's an opportunity for them to get put
but for those
on the
that do
foster
have parents, they still have to wait a long process, over 20 years, if not more.
Because
But how are they supposed to come here the legal way if that's still a long
one
process,
sin
and they didn't
committed by
come here
their
by
parents.
choice?
Yeah, that the responsibility would be on their parents. If you're bringing a child
Exactly,
over here
it's by the
illegally,
parents,
if you're
but-
bringing here a child over
but
here
at what
illegally,
fault
I
is-
would say it's child abuse. I've been to the border. I've seen what happens to children. I've talked to immigrants who will tell you what happens to children. Over the last 6 years, the immigration process has changed. It is evil, it is cruel, and anybody who enables it should be put in jail or worse. Because they're
100%.
raping
I
children at
I
the
do
border,
agree with
and
you
when
that-
we encourage the illegal immigration process, that continues to happen. So I would definitely never encourage someone to bring their children here illegally, and I'm not going to encourage a narrative or conversation where people continue to bring children here illegally. It is disastrous what happens down there.
100%, and I do agree with you that it's not everyone does it the right way. They do like you mentioned
It's child abuse.
in some aspect it is, but not everyone is like that. Some people bring their children for a better life.
That doesn't change the fact that what possibly could happen to them when you're
But
bringing
could
them
doesn't
for a
mean it's
quote
for
unquote.
everyone.
It's 60% of children that come here get assaulted. Over 20%
Yeah,
of
and
women
the
that
other
come here
40 that
illegally
you're
get
not
assaulted.
mentioning are
Would you
don't.
put your child through that risk? I don't have children, but I wouldn't take a 60%
Exactly,
risk
so how
that
would
my
you know
child
if
would
you
be
don't have
sexually
children?
assaulted at the border, bringing them illegally.
Exactly,
At that
but
point,
you're
I would be
you're speaking
responsible
over some-
because I wouldn't treat an animal like that. Why would I treat a child like that? It is common
An
sense.
animal and a child
Why would
are
I
two
put an
different
animal in a
things.
no? Exactly. You would care more about a child, right? So if I wouldn't do that to an animal, why would I do that to a child?
Because some of them come here for a better life.
That doesn't change the fact that you're putting them in danger, that you're putting them in a position where you might never see them again, or worse, you see what happens to them.
Okay, but those who
Have you?
come
You
across
need to have
and-
conversations with the people who have been assaulted at the border, the survivors of
I
those.
have,
It is
which-
heartbreaking.
which
So
is
why
I
would you
didn't-
put a child through that?
Which is why I didn't disagree with
Why
you.
would you put a child
but
through that?
You guys are making it
Why
seem
would
like
you put a child through that? Answer that.
I-
Exactly, you wouldn't. That's the point. That is the point. So we
if it-
shouldn't
if
be
it's to
encouraging
give my child
conversations.
a better life.
You
yeah, I
would put
would
your
take the
child
risk.
through that where there's a 60% chance they can get raped.
But there's also, you're also not saying that there's also 40% that they might
40% is an extremely
that
low
does-
chance. I wouldn't even take 10. Because I've been there. I've seen what
So
happened.
you'd
I've
rather
had
have your
conversations
children
with people.
live in a country where they might.
There's
they
always
might
a
also,
way. If you're willing to pay $15,000 to traffic your child here with a possibility of them getting raped at the border, you can pay $15,000 to a government to wait your turn so that you're not bringing your child through those situations.
Yeah,
yes,
and
I
like
believe
I
in
did
reform. Like
mention
I
to
said,
you,
I believe in
you
reform.
could pay those
but I would never
$15,000
put a child through that.
to
Wait,
bring
you
your
have
child the
children,
legal
right?
way, but it takes over
Would you put
20,
your children
30
through
years.
that? 'Cause I apparently can't have a voice because I don't have children.
Oh, I have children. I have grandchildren. No, what were you saying? Let's catch up. I was.
Would you take a 60% chance of your child getting raped? Would you put them in that situation?
Oh hell no.
No,
yeah,
you
no,
wouldn't.
I would. I
Nobody
wouldn't do.
in their right
I wouldn't do that. I would not put my child in a thing. And do you know that actually a lot of the money that is paid by these immigrants actually comes from NGOs that are trying to purposefully jam all these immigrants across the border illegally. So there's a whole bunch of people that get rich off of doing this. So when you put your child up, no, my child's going to get this, you're actually enabling a lot of bad people. You're enabling money that's all right. A lot of it's coming from taxpayers, right?
Why the hell?
Then it goes to these international. It goes to these international NGOs. They're the. Shh, do you want? If you want to turn, you can come up. If you want to turn, you can come up. Okay. Don't disrespect him. He actually had the guts to come up here and speak to us.
I'm not disrespecting.
You're literally disrespecting you. No, you're disrespecting him because he's actually in a dialogue with me like a mature human being. He's actually acting like a mature human being. This guy I respect. You, I don't, because you just yell stuff out. Okay, so, right, so all these NGOs, it's a big money operation. Then that money goes from taxpayers to the NGOs to cartels, who then use it to then sex traffic children, put drugs on the streets, right? So, it's a horrible system.
Okay, I get that, but then how do you believe we should fix the system so that it could be faster at a faster pace so that children aren't put at risk? Because till this day, it's been over 20 years and the system still hasn't changed.
I know, but here's
to
the deal.
become at a faster pace.
The system is built to put brakes on this because you cannot have everybody show up. It's just the same way that when you rent an apartment, they don't let 20 people move into the apartment. It puts too much pressure on the resources of the apartment. Everything from the garbage to the plumbing to the neighbors to the police. You can't have 20 people living in a 2-bedroom room. It's too chaotic.
Okay,
so those laws exist for a reason.
For sure. But
and it takes time to build more housing.
How do you believe that should change for it to become better so it could be faster? And then the children that the parents want them to come here legally, the way you say, they can come here legally and safe.
The system is kind of working pretty good as it is.
It's been working for over 30 years.
Yeah, and
it's been changing for over 30 years.
No, but we've had lots of immigrants coming in legally. The problem is that the system has now been disrupted by, again, all those bad actors, including politicians in Washington, D.C., who are helping to fund this overwhelming of the system by having all these illegals come in. They want to purposefully disrupt the system. They're called accelerationists. They want to burn the system down because they want to break down traditional values. They want to break down the family. They want this. Many of them are Marxists who want to turn all the wonderful values and institutions that we share in this great country. They want to flip those on their heads so that they can then gain power. Yet it's funny. They're always talking about the oppressed. And then every time these people get charged across history and across time and across the world, they become the oppressors. They're just jealous of the people who are oppressing. It's just like an Animal Farm. You ever read that book? You should. That should be required reading on this campus. Does anybody read Animal Farm on this campus anymore? Your president banned that. Your what? Your president banned that book. Our president banned Animal Farm. Dude, Animal Farm is a movie now available on angelstudios.com.
Okay, now let me ask
the president did not ban that book. I don't know who you're listening to. Go ahead.
Starters, stop ruining the countries so that people don't have to come on this side, right? What has ruined Mexico? Why have cartels gotten so much power in Mexico, especially over the last few years?
Yeah, I do agree with you.
Okay, so one of the reasons is because
wait.
Yeah, exactly. Not just that, but why do they have so much control over the government? Because they control cash. One of the ways that they get money, for starters, human trafficking. Way more profitable than any drug. They're making $15,000 to $20,000 off each individual. So the more we encourage illegal immigration, the more ammunition we allow them to use against their own people, destabilizing their country. And now you're creating a situation where they feel forced to come here, where we could, one, try and prevent it by just securing our border, not allowing cartels to make money and profit off of human trafficking, correct? Exactly. So that is one way. We have to stop supporting. I know what you see in the media is completely different than what the reality is, but we have to stop supporting systems that are only destroying our home countries, that are making it worse for our own families back home.
Okay, but now I'm gonna switch it a little bit, mainly because it goes back to why people come here. But you guys say that all illegals should be deported, but yet illegals, most if not, well, I wouldn't say all, but most illegals do jobs that most people wouldn't want to do.
So you're encouraging
Janitors.
exploitation? That's my point. You're encouraging exploitation. That's
That's not
exploitation.
exploitation.
Yes, it is.
Exploitation
Because
would
are they doing it at the price that an American do? You would have to pay an American to do?
Exploitation would
If-
would
would an
include
American-
that they're working for free, but
no,
they're
no,
not.
no, that's not what exploitation is, because at that point, we're going to go down a huge rabbit hole. But no, that's not what exploitation is. If I told an illegal immigrant...
By the way you're wording it, yes, it is.
No, I'm trying to
Exploitation.
explain to you. You're just not allowing me, right?
Okay, go
So how much are they paying them? Say the minimum wage here, assuming they get paid the minimum wage, and most of the time they don't get paid minimum wage, and you know that's true. So assuming they're getting paid $100 a day to work 10 hours, they're getting paid $10 an hour, with no overtime pay. How many Americans would work for that price?
None.
Exactly, that's exploitation. Because we have to bring in.
But if you deport all those illegals that are being exploited, as you
and then there would be more high-paying jobs for
Americans.
Americans, because they would have to raise the prices of those jobs, right? They would have to be more well-paid. Now we have jobs that Americans actually want to take because they don't have to be exploited to do so. But the moment that you're importing an entire population of people so you can charge them less, that's exploitation.
Exactly. But
you.
here's the thing, though.
Okay, these are
Who-
the
who
argument. The
else-
arguments.
What other American is going to want to do that job? That's my thing.
Okay, all right. Okay, you are making the similar arguments to what the South made when the North said you need to free the slaves, and they would go, white people are not going to go pick cotton all day. These Africans that we're bringing here are happy. They're singing. They're not smart, and they love picking cotton. Those are the same arguments that were made to keep slavery legal. Do you understand that?
And do you understand that?
What's that? What do you got?
She's trying to take her.
Oh, she's trying to dig her thing.
But the thing,
Okay, all right.
but the thing is, like, yeah, they pay them minimum wage, if
No,
not
no,
less.
they pay them less than
if
minimum
not
wage.
less. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if rich people that pay them that kind of money, they lose those people. They know they're gonna have to find other people, Americans, to pay what they have to, more money, because the American people aren't gonna want to work for like $17, $15, or even $10 an hour.
So holding rich people, which we all hate, right? We all hate the rich people. The rich people, so holding rich people to a standard that they're actually going to have to take some of their wealth and share it with more middle class and lower class Americans in exchange for their labor, that's wrong?
No,
that's wrong. That's
it's not wrong.
I don't
What
get it.
I'm
Are
trying
you-
to say
what,
is
are
that
you a fascist?
No,
seriously.
the thing that I'm saying is that rich people say that, like, oh, Americans should get their jobs back, but yeah, if they get their jobs back and they deport all the illegals, they're still gonna want to find a way to pay them less. for the minimum wage.
Exactly. A lot of rich people allow and enable this immigration problem because they get money from it. They get profit off of it. And they also say this, hey, if we actually start having to pay our workers, it's going to cost you more money. It's going to cost you, the average Joe who buys stuff at the store. All your vegetables, your cucumbers are going to cost 3 and 4 times as much. And it's like, so they actually use scare tactics to get people to make them richer. You actually you're arguing for the rich guys, the bad rich guys. By the way, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I like this guy. What's your name?
Ivan.
What?
Ivan.
Ivan, beautiful. I love it. A Latino with I always love Latinos with the name Ivan. All right. But I'm going to tell you, all these other people that don't come forward, you don't have half the guts that Ivan does.
So, why are you against deporting all illegals?
Because we, how do the job that most Americans won't want to do.
Okay.
I'm not saying, you mentioned earlier, there's criminals and stuff like that. Yeah, 100%. But at some point, they make it seem like every illegal is. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying, like, there's people that make it seem that all illegals are.
Yeah, we can agree on that. The rhetoric around this is just awful.
Yeah.
But I still believe that the law should be enforced.
But how do you think the law should be enforced if the law that people try to follow takes a very long time to follow? How do you believe
change
that?
the laws? I mean, write your congressman, elect people that will change the law. How you want to change it? Go through the democratic process, and change it to something that.
Well, but they've been trying to change it for over 30 years. So.
Yeah, and it's not easy to change laws, and we purposely have a mechanism in this country that makes it difficult to change laws because we don't want an ever-changing infrastructure. We don't want a banana republic of sorts where just a small group of people dictate how the entire country is run. That's how that devolves into chaos, that devolves into mob rule, right? That's why we have mechanisms built into our Constitution to make it slow so that every branch of government, every elected official, every area gets equal representation as far as getting these laws changed. So that's why it's a slow system. Otherwise, what's the difference between...
What about those students, for example, that are trying to come here and make a better life for themselves, and it still takes a long process?
Well, America...
There's actual people, who actually come here and try to make a better life, have a better education.
Here's my question for you. Do you think America can take everybody in the world? There's almost 8 billion people in the world. Do you think America can take everybody?
Probably not.
What's a reasonable number? How many people do you think America can take? We're at 330 million right now. How many more do you think we can take?
I couldn't give you a number if I'm being honest.
I mean, there's a reason why the system is slow. And even then, we're the most generous country in the world when it comes to legal migration. We take over 1 million.
No, Canada accepts everyone.
We take 1.3 million. They don't take nearly as close as we do. Their population is like 30 or 40 million. We're at 330 million.
That America
no, but we take.
Generous
they don't
and
take
anybody. That's not true.
Canada doesn't take 1.3 million people a year. Canada takes like maybe 100,000 at max.
America was being generous. But
I'm saying in terms of numbers.
Just because people don't go to Canada doesn't mean that.
Yeah, because Canada sucks. Anyway.
For sure, okay.
Anyway, look, what I'm trying to say is America is by far the most generous country in the world. Okay. We take over 1 million people. In some years, we've taken 1.2, 1.3 million legal immigrants. Canada, who also has a similar immigration system, like maybe 100,000, maybe not even close. You know how many people Japan took last year? 400. 400. Okay? There's several other countries that have far more strict immigration policies than we do, and it's not a question. We're the most generous. We want to have people here. We're not saying we don't. Okay, we're just saying there's a legal way. If you don't like the system, then just change the laws. Don't advocate for breaking them.
Okay, but how do you expect someone to help change the law?
Again, call your elected official, call your congressman, your senator, call everybody who's from the school board to city hall. Pressure all of them to change the law instead of paying lip service. You know AOC, she's going around talking about this is how you protest ICE. She's literally one of the people that could be she's in Congress right now. She could literally be suggesting a law that completely changes the immigration system to fit what she wants. But instead, she's appealing to chaos because doing her job isn't in her interest. That's her literal job. Her job isn't to teach you how to avoid ICE. Her job is to change the law, to write the law. Why isn't she writing a bill to change the law to something that is, I guess, more humane in her point of view? Why do you think that is?
By that logic, you have DREAM Act, but yet it got
stopped.
What? They have DREAM Act, and they got stopped.
They have what?
DREAM Act.
What's DREAM Act?
Freedom Act. The
Freedom Act.
Yeah, the DREAM Act. Yeah.
Well, that was supposed to be temporary. That wasn't supposed to be a permanent solution. Obama kind of just found a Band-Aid, but it was never resolved. And you can't have legal fixes that are just Band-Aids.
But it was a partial solution that could have continued for it to be a permanent
solution.
So
that again, call your legislators, call everybody that you're like from City Hall all the way to the school board. Pressure all of them to change the laws.
All right, so I just want to point out a little flaw in your logic here.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're going to apply your logic
Sure.
about it takes too long and it's unfair for the system, for these students specifically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how long does it take? How long? Oh, hold on a second. Can you wait your turn? Can you wait your turn? It's okay. Oh, okay. Can you wait your turn? We're talking one at a time. So you're being rude to Ivan over here. Okay. So let's apply the logic, okay? You say it's a long process to get for a student to just get here, and we should shorten that process and make it easier. When the student gets here, by that logic, we should also do that with college. So how long does it take to get a college degree?
4 years, depending.
Why 4 years?
longer.
That's unfair. Shit, 3 years. How about 2 years? Do I hear 2? How about 3 months? 2 months? How about once you get here? How about once you get here, right? We just hand you a degree. You can be, if you want to be a doctor, here you go. You want to be a doctor? Here's a doctorate degree. Tell you what, you don't even have to pass the boards. We'll just turn you into a doctor. Did you see that? Okay. Okay, all right. You're being rude. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? And then he's talked about changing the law. How long does it take to change the law? The DREAM Act came up a long time ago, right? It's a real effort. Now, what if I just said we got to wave our magic wand and we got to say, no, whenever there's a law that gets to made, like all the illegal immigrants, they just get to magically turn that law. So now we have illegal immigrants not only getting the benefit of getting here, right? Because now we're going to put them through a legal channel. So now they're going to go through the legal channel, right? So they get to skip that. Then they get like the law degree when they get here. Maybe we just put them in Congress. Why wait for a whole election cycle? Just put them in Congress. And then when they put up bills to change the legal system on the laws on immigration, they just get them passed. That could like fix everything in like what? 36 hours. Why don't we just see? That's your logic. You know what it is? It's a lack of patience, and like I tell my grandchildren, a lack of patience is a lack of character. So frankly, the system is also there to weed out people that don't have character, that don't have patience. We don't want impatient people coming into our country and overwhelming the system. Like these people, we already got enough impatient people. You've experienced them. They're rude. They can't wait their turn to come and talk.
Anything else, Ivan?
I'm good for now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, brother.
Dude,
Appreciate you.
We love you.